door that I shall make to establish thine. All for me I have made a secret door into the house of Ran, tomb of Kitover. Over for I am by heaven, all men to the prophet, and Catherine I call soon. Thy blessing now more to my breast I beat, by wise star edge I weave my spell. Show thy star slender or neat, bid me with it, obey with me, Rahor Queen. Appear on the throne of Ra, open the ways of God, lighten the ways of the cats like throne. Stir your spirit, all let it fill me, so that thy light is in me, and its red flame as there's a sword in my hand to push thy order. Shops act, the censorship, they won't trust us, and dishonest into bargain. The dictators suppress all art, literature, theater, music, news that does not meet their requirements. Yet the world only moves by the light of genius. The herd will be destroyed in mass. The establishment of the law of the Lima is the only way to preserve individual liberty and to assure the future of the race. In the words of the famous dogs of the Pontifics, the absolute rule of the state shall be a function of the absolute liberty of each innovation in the world. In this great war, she bends in ecstasy to kiss the sea waters of her deeds. Winged globe, the starry blue, are mine on Kavna is all power given. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. 16, for he's ever a son, and she a moon, that to him is the winged secret flame, and to her the stooping starlight. 17, but you're not chosen. 18 burn upon their brows a splendorous serpent. 19 or azure-lidded woman bend upon them. 20, the key of the rituals is in the secret word which I have given unto with the gardening angle I am nothing. They do not see me. Other than me and my now. Therefore, I am known to ye by night, and to him by a secret name which I will give him when at last he I don't want to work. I'm fat. I'm good. Oh, so that's the fucking fox. The manifestation of music. The unveiling of plenty of heaven. PTR. Every man and every woman is smart. Very smart. Every number is an infinite. There is no difference. Me, oh warrior, Lord of thieves. In my unveiling center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iwas, the minister of Hypocrite. Let my servants be few and secret. They shall rule the many and alone. These are fools that men adore. Both their gods and their men are fools. Come forth, O children under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you, and in you my ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy above the generous your is. The darkness recedes as the light shines more brightly, until at last we find ourselves upon the heights to which we now aspire. 10. The Wheel of Fortune. Rotation is the key word assigned to the Wheel of Fortune. This is closely related to such ideas as spinning, circulation, of this key refers to the initial whirling motion in the vast expanse of the root substance of the universe, which occultists call the limitless light. Differentiations of this primary motion, cause all change in form, quality on every plane, wealth, and cavity. The rewarding intelligence is attributed to, and the planet Jupiter, which is called in astrology the greater fortune, and is stated to have tremendous influence for prosperity and all benefits. When well mentioned in Ezekiel and Revelation, they represent the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. The wheel itself is the symbol of the whole cycle of cosmic expression. The yellow serpent, whose movement suggests vibration, represents the involution of the cosmic radiant energy, or thought into matter. The jackal-headed harmonibus represents the evolution of consciousness from lower forms to higher. Finally, the Sphinx typifies the real self of man, having finished its evolutionary journey in this cycle of manifestation. Justice stands for equilibrium, balance and center, symbolized by the title and the scales. These also symbolize the Hindu doctrine of karma, which stated that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It is the entire appearance of cause-effect. The two curtains, suggesting duality, represent balance by their symmetrical arrangement. The throne repeats the pillar and veils symbolism of key 2. The circle and square on the front of the crown refer to the movement of spirit within material forms. The sword represents discrimination, which is closely allied to the idea of justice. Key 11 is the agency through which all of the forces, represented by keys 1 to 10, are transferred to the manifesting powers, represented by keys 12 to 21. This cryptic statement deserves a great deal of thought upon your part. You will be well rewarded for your effort. Democracy, daughters, ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equal frauds, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in, they are aborted birds of child, the new air in the womb of time. Evolution makes its anti-socialistic way. The abnormal man who foresees the trend of the times. Circumstance intelligently left out, persecuted, often destroyed by the wars of he and his heirs. When the crisis comes, our survivors above us today and today. Never yet have a land in history. We suppress individual in more and more ways. We think in terms of the heart. No longer kill soldiers and use all indiscriminately. Every measure of understand. You don't know to get to governments is communistic innocence. It is assassination. You're all treated as if a the skies another woman shall awake the lust and worship of the snake. Another soul of God and beast shall mingle in the globe at priest. Another sacrifice shall stain the tomb. Another king shall reign, and blessing no longer be poured to the hawk-headed mystical lord. By the half of the word of Hirura, called Hurpakran Rahut. 36, then said the prophet unto the God 37, I adore thee in the song. I am the Lord of thee, that it's time for speaker of men to. For me unveils the veiled sky, the self-same Kefnafon to. His words are truth, I invoke, agree, I adore the might of my breath, supreme and terrible God, who is the gods and death to tremble before thee. I adore thee. The skies of another woman shall wake the lost and worship over the snake, another soul of God and beast shall mingle in the globed priest. Another sacrifice shall stain the tomb. Another king shall reign, and blessing no longer be poured to the whole-headed mystical Lord. 35 the half of the word of Pharaoh, called Hupakrat and Rahurkut. 36 then said the prophet unto the God. 37 I adore thee in the song. I am the Lord of beings, and I be inspired for speaker of men too. For me unveils the vacant sky, the self-slain Alcatraz comes through, whose words are truth. I invoke, I greet, thy presence or our own words, unity, eternal sure. The mighty breath, supreme and terrible God, who maintains the gods and death to tremble before thee. None to pen with listen lost of the rearing out of the night of pen be your hand from over the sea, from Sicily and from Arcadia, roaming as Bacchus with fauns and pards and nymphs and satyrs, for thy guides on a milk white ass come over the sea to me, come with Apollo in bridal dress.
trust him. I think you guys are going to yeah, I think he's fine to be around. He's fine.
I see him boom rooms. I see him dick there. I think he's alright. I remember the story.
Okay, can I ask?
Excuse me, I'm new on stage. Can I get a room reset, please?
Well, yeah, Norm and Adam are...
With Artemis silk and shine, washed out.
He asked you a question. Not
Yes. So, Adam, it sounds like you're an isolationist. How do you feel about
I'm not an isolationist.
multipolarity? So you would like America to make the... Or would you like to... You would see some of that ground? Maintain its hegemony?
No, I'd like America to only fight wars that are necessary and not fight necessary wars. Right? That's not isolationism. They're definitely necessary.
So where is the line between that and multipolarity? Which would be necessary?
A necessary war is one where Americans are at threat in the domestic sphere of being attacked. Right? That's a necessary.
You don't understand the role of America.
No preemptive.
You don't understand America's role. You don't understand America.
Well, that's not why you said it.
This is so you're saying until we get attacked. So you should just stand there, and then once we start getting attacked, we shouldn't make sure that it's not too late. We don't bring that person up anymore. And the fact that Iran has killed Americans, consistently destroyed the war in Iraq, was all Iranian. The fact that they built up a ring of fire intentionally to keep American influence out of the region, we should ignore all that, and that's not called being attacked. So what is that?
Charge it to man. When you're in the Middle East and you're fighting a war, you're going to get killed. So I don't hold attacking foreign bases. Like, that feels like totally legit, right? That feels like that's kind of playing in the sphere. So that's not the same. That's not the same. One second. That's not the same as somebody in New Jersey getting attacked.
So this is legit. So that's legit. But preemptive attacking is illegit. It has to be someone on American soil. So you're waiting for you yourself to die. The fact that they try
No.
to
I'm not going to mean myself. So a good example of this would have been Pearl Harbor, right? That's very obvious that America's at war.
And
it's well known that America should have intervened in World War II.
You know what a big mistake that was?
Yes, it is. It was well known, and they would not be were dead.
It's not
America. Because he doesn't care about
I don't know. It would have been good for America to have been fighting a fit, healthy Germany. They were kind of
healthy Germany that was
at the beginning of the war.
That
hadn't expended a lot of its energy.
It's impossible to argue with ignorance.
Russia,
limited point.
Hitler decided.
I don't want to be formed and account.
You and your family.
You go from one silly
I don't think you're fighting. I don't think your children are fighting.
History.
I don't think your grandchildren are fighting. I don't think your great-grandchildren are fighting.
You want? You would rather you had them. That's what
No.
You don't understand the role of the United States in world affairs.
You want other people to die.
You don't understand about the power of the United States defending your values. You don't understand your abundance and riches come from. They come from American dominance. And you don't understand the importance of American military might and the projection.
How much of your family
I'm not going to change the subject. As long as you don't care about it.
I think that's clear.
I think
it's clear that you're a chicken hawk. You're a chicken hawk.
If you are a coward,
you're a chicken hawk.
You're not fighting. Yes, I have served the country under fire. Yes, I have been in a war.
Have you?
The United States was fighting. Yes, the war in Bosnia. As a civilian, wearing armor under fire. I beg your pardon?
So you weren't in the war.
I was in a war. The war in Bosnia.
You were not fighting.
I didn't say I was in a war under fire.
Stolen valor. You weren't in the military.
There's no stolen valor. I was in war, and I served America. I served America in a war. Maybe you don't know what the word "in" means.
You were not in it.
That is why I say it's very difficult to fight ignorance.
You were not in it.
You can't fight deliberate ignorance. Yes, I served America in a war.
You did not.
As a civilian, wearing armor. Yes, I did. Wearing armor in Bosnia. My life. If you don't die, then
military.
This conversation
I didn't say
is
military. I said in a
war.
war. Oh, unlike you, I care enough.
You
care
are
enough
asking
about-
for Americans to die. You're just being a Democrat
Yes.
change of
Americans and Jews.
You
Yes,
want
it's
Americans
racism.
to die.
Look
Want
at Norm.
Americans to
Look at
die.
Norm.
It's ignorance and
I think this is it's a bit precise because Adam has a what we're seeing so far.
You just need to learn.
Right.
That's my opinion. It's not that correct.
I think the most important
no idea. They're having a conversation about we don't know who is our why we're in a war. I feel like the messaging of why we're in it, because in reality, you can't nuke Israel to free Palestine. That nuke was aimed towards the war, and everybody knows it. That's what really started this conflict. It wasn't telling you the right wing veto. So those nukes was aimed at.
Yeah.
Talk about Iran.
You can't free Palestine because there's nothing to free. And the fact of the matter is, war is just a procession over a funeral service. It's two sides observing funeral services. And
it was against Iraq. And this is what I'm seeing here. He had fighting over dominance in the Middle East. Because Iran's not hitting Israel today. They're hitting Jordan, they're hitting Bahrain, they're hitting versus Sunni war that we're just looking at. And America helped Shiite Sunnis the same way how Saudi Arabia was pushing
The messaging that people don't even know make a kind of precise or interesting argument about why we are involved with Iran on like a national level to a broad audience. I think there's a lot of people who just intrinsically feel it, but I think that there's more work to do on explaining why a united Russia-Iran-China alliance would probably be detrimental in the long term for America, and in navigating that. But so I think people could do better.
What definitely done better with this war is have a clear war goal. That would be that would have been if there was a war goal that would have done it.
By the way, Mr. Cohen, I was racking my mind to recognize your voice, and it just clicked in. I'm so glad to see you and hear you. Really.
Yeah, it's been a while. Honestly, don't miss it at all. No offense, guys.
Shalom Aleichem, bro.
No point, honestly. Our arguing, like I said, if somebody wants your opinion, they'll pay you for it. Giving it, it's worth shit. That's it for free. It's worth shit. That's why I'm like, am I changing minds? Nobody's changing their minds. Everybody's stuck to their preconceived opinions.
That's right. And most Americans are unsure what Trump's goals are, and just like the world as pinned above.
It could be true, but they also are ignorant about any of the details.
I mean,
there was a
what is the
concerted
Trump administration to enlighten?
That is irrelevant to the point. So let's try to stick to the points one at a time. There's been a well-funded, completely keep Americans to think they're informed.
He cut off that well-funded.
There's been a psyop by our media to keep Americans thinking they're informed and completely ignorant about what's going on. That's extremely clear. Now, did the Trump administration do anything to counteract it? No, they pretty much gave up. They said